Hi, my name is Maria Kliavkoff, and I am the founding director of Healthy Mourning Revolution. Healthy Mourning Revolution is all about recognizing that it's not appropriate for us to fight our grief, and it's not uncommon that we fight our grief because our society teaches us that that's what we're supposed to be doing, that grief is bad and that somehow it's the enemy. And yet, when we make our grief wrong, we actually end up burying and carrying our grief, and we start losing our life spark. We start losing what is genuine and true inside of us. And so there's another way to look at your grief and to recognize that your grief is a journey and it's a natural life process. And so what we need to do is we need to embrace our grief and learn from the journey. The journey was initiated by the death of our loved one, and I am so very sorry for your loss, and I am so very sorry that you're in your grief journey. It's not necessarily an easy journey, but it is a journey that we can travel with ease and grace when we learn how to do so, and when we learn how to convert our grief to mourning. So that requires that we understand that there's a difference between grief and mourning, because most people use those terms interchangeably and they think that they mean the same thing, but they really don't. Grief is your internal experience of the loss. Everybody who loses someone near and dear to them experiences grief. Mourning is the external expression of that loss, and our grief journey asks us to convert our grief to mourning regularly. It asks us to take what's going on inside of us and to express it in a myriad of ways. There's no right way to do it. Our insides know what we need more than anything else, but we have to be willing to get quiet and to listen to our insides and to actually lean in and lean on our grief journey, because our grief journey will teach us how to convert our grief to mourning in healthy ways. What's not healthy is to avoid our grief and to bury our grief and to think of our grief as the enemy, because truly it is not. Our grief is a sign of just how much we loved our beloved. It is an ongoing reality that death ends a life, but it doesn't end a relationship. And part of our grief journey is to find where that relationship sits now, so that we can reclaim the memory and we can reclaim the love. You see, if we don't do this, the danger is that we're not going to feel free to talk about our loved one anymore, because we're afraid of the tears that it brings up. We're afraid of the emotions that it brings up. And those tears and those emotions are part of the grief journey, and there are healthy ways to deal with the emotions and the memories that allow the grief journey to be a sacred journey and one that can happen with ease and grace. I invite you to join us for the Healthy Mourning Revolution live launch. The next one is coming up. So if you click on the link attached to this video, it will take you to the registration page, and it's a 9-day free time to come and be with me and to start talking about what are some of the myths of grief, what are the truths of grief, and how can we start moving through grief in healthy ways that promote ease and grace in our journey. I wish you much love on your journey. May we continue to learn how to honor our loved one by honoring our grief and converting it to mourning in healthy ways. Much love to you. Namaste.